Released in 1984 by New Generation Software, Trashman was developed by Malcolm Evans. In Trashman, you play the part of Fred Scrunge, alert, nimble-footed and able to hold his drink. I always did wonder what went on in some of the pitch sessions at New Generation Software back in the 80s.
We need a new gaming icon.
How about some sort of astronaut, maybe with a jetpack?
No, something the average kid in the playground can relate to. Nobody's dad is an astronaut. Something like a miner then. Well no, you're just being silly. Something working class though, for sure.
So something like Bin Man, the video game.
Fred Scrunge, you are a certified genius.
And so it came to be that schoolboys across the nation could virtually live the dream, simulating the daily grind of the local council employees. The job of a trashman is seemingly straightforward. Collect the bin, empty it into the back of the lorry, return the empty bin, move on to the next house. If you survive 7 streets without getting run over, you get to be Trashman of the Year. Things are complicated, however, not least because nobody in this town has the common decency to put their bins out on the curb before 7 AM. This leaves you having to make your pixel-perfect way along the narrow paths around the houses to collect the bins. And, in case that wasn't enough, there's that old standby, the time limit, represented by a constantly decreasing bonus shown in the corner of the screen. If it runs down to 0 before you've emptied the required number of bins, you get a black mark. 3 strikes and you're history. The bonus ticks down steadily and can be replenished if you allow yourself to be seduced by the many bored housewives who want to moan about their children or get their TV fixed on the cheap. Stray onto one of the well-manicured lawn, however, and not only will you not be invited in, but your bonus will decrease much more quickly while you're on the grass. All of which conspires to give the game a nicely pitched difficulty level. Although ported to other formats, this is a typically British game and is littered with various toilet humour. And if it's not toilet humour, then it's trash humour, and this has bin loads of the stuff. After he returns a dustbin to the house, Trashman will be invited inside. He has a brief conversation with the occupant. These are mostly video game in-jokes from the 80s. References include The Hobbit and Manic Miner, etc. And points are added to the bonus timer. But he will not be invited inside if you walk on the grass, which also makes the timer count down faster, as mentioned, and sometimes brings the family dog out to bite Trashman. Sound is minimal. There are no sounds of gates opening, or even the bins being emptied, just the pretty constant drone of cars passing by. And even the almost scary dogs that bark at you from some of the houses aren't really that vocal. But I suppose those are the only sound effects you really need in a game like this. Minimal, but effective. The only music in the game is an annoying rendition of My Old Man's a Dustman on the title screen. Trashman is a colourful game with pretty decent graphics. There are several different layouts of houses, greenhouses, trees, even cyclists and dogs to avoid, which are actually recognisable as cyclists and dogs, even with the slightly odd overhead perspective. They are pretty simplistic, although the depiction of a suburban street on a lazy morning is nice. The sound of cars going by adds to this evocation of a leafy, peaceful England. However, after playing for some time, becoming all too aware of the possibility that sudden death is around the next corner, it all seems very sinister. Trashman himself may be a little stick-type figure, but he's a stick figure who walks, picks up a trash can, then walks back with the bin on his shoulder and tips it up into the back of the lorry. Another nice touch is the way he slows down with a full bin. As you progress, the game becomes trickier, with longer streets, parked cars in awkward positions, and other obstacles. New features are introduced, such as the cafe, which gives Trashman a huge bonus when he goes inside, but may have some effect on his ability to work. In describing the game, it's impossible to convey just how enjoyable it is. It is not, as it may sound, a poor man's Paperboy. I probably spent hours playing this game back in 1984, spurred on by the knowledge that I could have finished that level if I hadn't been run over by some pillock in a speeding Fiat Panda. Playing it now, the strange little chats with those bored housewives and their sometimes very 80s comments add a nice bit of retro humour to a tricky but fun game, and I think I'll be spending a few more hours with it now. Later the same year, it was followed by Travel with Trashman, but only on the ZX Spectrum. Thank God. The third game in the series, Trashman Through Time, was never completed. However, Trashman Goes Moonlighting was made for the Amstrad CPC, although it may only have been distributed in Italy, as I can't seem to find much with regards to the cassette case, etc. Maybe you know more? Let me know in the comment section. This is one of the most entertaining games ever, and very addictive. It can be played for hours, with the desire to beat your last score or get onto a new street being incredibly strong. You'll have to drag yourself away from this game. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and please, if you're not already subscribed to the channel but are enjoying the nostalgia, then maybe consider hitting that subscribe button and follow me on this epic journey down memory lane. With more games on the channel playlists and more coming daily, it would be great for you to join me. Hopefully, I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, bye for now.